Hello everyone, welcome to the MISO AMA with MaidCoin. Today is a text-based question AMA, so a little different than we're used to, but we're going to bring in any questions through the AMA text questions channel, so please have that open as well. This area I'll just be reading through some questions that are coming in, and we can answer all of them via text. We can ask any questions through the AMA text questions channel. So I'll start off with a couple of things just to get it rolling, but feel free to pop in and ask your questions about MaidCoin. Today we've got Dr.Ada, Chowbie, and TheGreatHB from the MaidCoin team, along with LevX as the advisor as well. Hello community, I'm ex-Sushi core member and now working as the lead dev of Shoyu NFT platform and advisor of MaidCoin. That's from LevX. TheGreatHB. Hi guys, I'm TheGreatHB, who's a contract developer and security auditor of MaidCoin. I've contributed to several projects in the SushiSwap form from the end of last year. SushiSwap Lite UI, Mirin, Shoyu, etc. Hello, I'm Chowbie, the art director of MaidCoin. Now I'm drawing pictures on Twitter and Pixiv. Dr.Ada. I'm Ada, taking the role of lead development, marketing, and GM of Maidcoin. From Tangle. Thank you. Can you tell us a bit about the inspiration for MaidCoin? From Dr.Ada. Crypto culture and Otaku culture are surprisingly similar. However, systems that combine are not yet common. We are familiar with both crypto and otaku culture. We tried combining the two. Johnny D asks, would there be multiple editions of the same maid, similar to gacha games where multiple players can have the same character? Is it correct to say that MaidCoin is gamified DeFi yield farm? LevX. Yes, you can say like that. Each nurse NFT is a farm so that users can stake MAID wrapped ETH to earn more MAIDs. Dr.Ada. No, all MAIDs are unique. Multiple versions of the same MAID do not exist. When creating MaidCoin, what did you envision the hypothetical gameplay loop to look like? From Drink More Water. Dr.Ada replies to, how did you come up with this crazy idea? From AQ. Dr.Ada says, as I was enjoying life, it suddenly came to my mind. LevX replying to Drink More Water. Users enter raids by burning maids, and after the raid finishes, they get nurse part NFTs. By combining nurse part NFTs, they can mint a new nurse NFT, which works like a farm. Farm owners get new MAID every block, and others can also stake MAID wrapped ETH to get shares from it. In this way, they'll burn more MAID to get more nurse NFTs, and it'll work as a mechanism to boost up the value of MAID. Replying to Crypto Texan saying any L2 or sidechain Polygon strategies on the roadmap, TheGreatHB replies, Ethereum mainnet is where MaidCoins are minted. It'll never change. Definitely, you can get MaidCoins in some other chains such as Polygon, and we're thinking of releasing games on Polygon. The first thing will be a card game, maybe. We are also exploring various genres of games suitable for blockchain. Brackets, Polygon. We have another reply here from Shoyu.eth. It's not exactly a game, is it? It's basically a farm with a game-like UI on top. Sure, exactly. However, we are making several games that use crypto assets like MAID, Nurse, MAID and the Nurse NFTs. So that's a reply from Dr.Ada. Then LevX replies to Intralinked. Is there time limit? Claim the MAID tokens from the MISO in case one has not yet done so. And you can claim anytime as far as he knows. Zappuccini asks, what does a raid entail exactly? LevX replies to Zappuccini, It's like a dungeon that exists on Ethereum, and each raid requires different amount of MAIDs to enter, and in the result, it gives you different number of nurse part NFTs, powered by a randomized algorithm. Puzzle 6 asks, can I lose during a raid? Is there somewhere where I can learn about the game's features and gameplay loop? LevX replies, we'll release tutorials and gameplay videos after the launch. AQ has asked, what are your future plans going Ada, maybe? Dr.Ada replies, first integrate into Polygon, and we'll continue to make several games that can burn, MAID, and use NFT. After that, I hope we will make real MAIDs in the future. Yonder asks, does nurse NFTs have unique game yield affecting stats? LevX replied, yes, each nurse NFT has different power, which means the owner can earn MAID in different pace. AQ asked, is it truly randomized and safe? TheGreatHB replies, the source code will not be open to the public and can't be analyzed by decompiling, at least. TheGreatHB also mentions, and we can change the random algorithm later if we need it, in replies to the source code being open and public and can't be analyzed by decompiling. Krochikan, does MaidCoin have any plans for the use of the new mechanisms to be used in Shoyu, like burn and participate? Chowbie replies, we are planning to produce various games using MaidCoin later. LevX has replied to, we are planning to produce various games using MaidCoin later. For example, our roadmap includes releasing a collectible card game just like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone. Users can play CCG using NFTs, additional to nurse NFTs. New types of cards will be released in the form of NFTs. Marisia, wait. Will the pseudo-random number generation algorithm run on-chain? And will the scarce or security guarantee be the source code secret? Dr.Ada replied, we can change the random number generation algorithm at any time. Chainlink RNGs can also be used. Shiomu.eth, will Chainlink VRF be used for randomness? Dr.Ada replied, maybe. Fruit Juice asks, will the game allow us to participate in multiple raids using only one account address? LevX replies, yes. Fruity Juice's question in regards to, will the game allow us to participate in multiple raids using only one account address? Fruity Juice, will the game allow us to participate in multiple raids using only one account address? And LevX has replied again, but if you want to join 3 raids, you'll need to pay for triple amount of MAIDs. Merck has asked, a roadmap on game release? Will the team collaborate with commercial game developer? Dr.Ada replied, our team already includes commercial game developers, including me. The roadmap exists on our site. And LevX has posted the roadmap. I'll just read that out really quickly here. Farms launch on Ethereum Polygon in September. Initial 4 raids will be opened so that users can participate to enter DeFi farms with nurse NFTs on Ethereum and Polygon in turn. More MAID NFTs, nurse NFTs, and raids will be added. Collectible card game release on Polygon, 4th quarter of 2021. Just like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone, users can play CCG using NFTs additional to nurse NFTs. New types of cards will be released in the form of NFTs. And Stats Tracker released Android iOS app for 1st quarter of 2022. Users can check stats and leaderboard rankings of DeFi farms and CCG easily. It also sends them push notifications whenever there's a sudden change in their asset value. Then reverse, is the supply hard capped? TheGreatHB replies, because of several burning systems such as the entrance feat of raids, supply hard cap doesn't exist. However, as written by our Tokenomics paper, about 1 million MAID will be minted in the first year, and totally 2 million MAID will be minted in the 6 years from launching. Reverse also asking about the max supply of Maid, and Chowbie also replying, the maximum limit for Maid supply is 1,000. Marisha asks, when will we have an article detailing the gameplay of the game? And LevX has replied with a link to playtolearn.online. And you can kind of search that through MaidCoin merging NFT collecting with DeFi. And Reverse's supply hard cap question has also been replied with a Medium article introducing MaidCoin Tokenomics. With Chowbie's response of the maximum limit for Maid supply is 1,000, LevX replied, this means for Maid NFTs, not Maid coins, just to clarify. Drink More Water has asked, where were your guys' inspiration for creating MaidCoin? Any other gamified NFTs you took a look at when building the system Tokenomics, and what examples of systems or other games like GHT, Ghost or Axie? Dr.Ada has replied, of course, we are looking at other games and could make a version that applies MaidCoin. 0x Hiatus has asked, hi, what is the process for new Maid NFT to be released aside from the initial launch in a few weeks? Chowbie replied, Maid NFT will be created 3 times a month. Reverse asked, can I summon a maid in real life in the future? LevX has replied, if we get successful enough, we could collaborate with Tesla bots to integrate with Maid bots. Reverse has asked for guarantees that they will be as cute as the current ones, and Dr.Ada replies, I guarantee. Crypto Texan, what is the current makeup of the treasury? How important is treasury diversification? How is revenue driven to the protocol treasury? TheGreatHB replies, we have Master Coin. Basically, Master is an operation fund plus dev fund plus dev income. 10% of Maid emissions goes to Master contract. And how many Master you have also means how many shares you have of this project. But 97% of Master is distributed to the devs. 3% of Masters will be distributed to the users who participate in our project so passionately, and who contribute to our project so passionately too. We don't have a guideline on how to select users who can get Master and how users can get Master, buying or receiving at the moment. Fruity Juice has asked, how will auctions for Maid NFTs be conducted? Example given, all auctioned simultaneously or one by one, etc. Dr.Ada replied, the first 36, 30 on Ethereum, 6 on Polygon, Maids all auctioned simultaneously on Shoyu. Rex Tech has asked, starting price is 100 Maids. LevX has replied, starting price will be $2,000 worth of Maid. And replying to Crone, when will the game Tokenomics be revealed? There is the Medium article there introducing MaidCoin Tokenomics. 0x Hiatus has asked, I hope whales won't sweep all the Maids too. And LevX has replied, thankfully, unfortunately, the YGG auction ended in 30 seconds, but Maid auction lasted for 20 minutes. Rex Tech has asked, is there any plan to make a gacha game out of Maid? For example, like Girls Frontline, Azure Lane, Blue Archive. Dr.Ada has replied, we are willing to make a gacha game. However, it is not yet confirmed. We do not want our project to be a gamble, so more discussions are needed around that. Puzzle 6 asks, can nurse parts and nurse NFTs be tradable? And LevX has replied, yes on Shoyu. Marisha has asked, sorry, but I'm talking about more specific gameplay details, like if there will be ranking of players, if there will be rewarded, if there will be able to customize the NFT, how many parts will win per raid, how the calculation, etc. GreatHB replies, there will be ranking system. NFTs can't be customized. The number of parts from raids will be random. The entrance fee and others will be changing depending on the situation. The price of Maid will be the most important factor, maybe. Crone has asked, will LP farming be released with the game, or will it be directly farmed on Sushi Onsen? LevX has replied, the game includes farming system in itself called Nurse NFTs. Each Nurse NFT owner earns Maid, and others can stake Maid wrapped ETH to earn Maid. 0x Hiatus has asked, do you think the burning will be near 1-to-1 offset of the inflation of Maid tokens from Nurse NFT and Maid ETH farming rewards? Do we expect some inflation over time? And look at the first year demand of Maid. And Dr.Ada has replied, that's what we want to do. To do that, we need to keep creating different kinds of games. Merck has asked, can I assume MaidCoin will also have use cases in the games? And TheGreatHB has replied, definitely Maid is the main currency on our ecosystem. 0x Hiatus has asked, also if the price of Maid rises exponentially, example 300 USDC for one Maid, will the cost of raids be really high and cause a high barrier to entry to play the game? Or will there be affordably priced raids and options to reduce the price of raids in the future if the price of Maid tokens rises too high for smaller participants to play the game? Dr.Ada has replied, yes, there will be options to reduce the price of raids in the future if the price of Maid tokens rises too high for smaller participants to play the game. Fruity Juice has asked, will Nurse NFTs released in subsequent raids get progressively stronger over earlier released ones based on power per cost to make? Dr.Ada replied, not really. Various types of nurses will be released. RexTech has asked one question, is the whole project financially friendly? As in, can we only afford a few Maid coins? We'll be able to stay in this project. Dr.Ada has replied, sure. You can also use Polygon if gas costs are a concern. We want as many users as possible. Crone has asked, will all Maids have the same power level? Chowbie replied, no, each Maid has a different power level. 0x Hiatus has asked, do you think the burning will be a near 1-to-1 offset of the inflation of Maid tokens from Nurse NFTs and Maid ETH farming rewards? Do we expect some inflation over time to look for the first year demand of Maid coins? We've kind of talked about that earlier. And LevX has replied, as long as the new Maids are minted, there will be inflation, but the amount of newly minted Maids will be reduced every 3 months. RexTech has asked, I have a feeling it might be like Axie. Those who start early get to play and earn, and those who came in late will be hard to enter and due to the price. Dr.Ada replied, we're not going to let that happen. Equal opportunity will be given to all. Cheng has asked, are the Maid NFTs Chowbie made only and Nurse NFTs can be collab with other artists? Chowbie said, of course, we will collaborate with other talented artists. Marija asks, do you plan any mechanism to control initial inflation? LevX replied, we can control it by opening more raids with higher return on investment. RexTech has asked, that means early investors can get more Maids coins by spending Maid coins in raid. LevX replied, that's not guaranteed because there are multiple factors that affect the ROI. 0x Hiatus, has the exact time buff that Maid NFTs and Housekeeper NFTs been released yet? Like Maid NFTs reducing raid times by how much? Dr.Ada replied, the formula between power and time buff has not been fully determined. But what is certain is that all Maids will have 100 power and Housekeepers will not. Eltrani Show 92, will there be real partnership with Maid cafes in Japan? LevX replied, please introduce one if you know them. 0x Hiatus has asked, what are the main ways to accumulate more Maid without buying more Maid directly? Dr.Ada replied, you can get a lot of Maid by winning the games we release. Drink More Water has asked, how will Housekeeper NFTs be acquired? Will they be buyable at a flat price, or will they be earned in-game similar to nurses? Dr.Ada has replied, housekeepers can be obtained through events or purchased through auctions like MAIDs. El Treni Show 92, will there be a metaverse as well? And Chowbie has replied, I strongly want that. Cheng has asked, is there a limit on how many MAID NFTs a player can hold? If a whale owns 10 MAID NFTs, can he utilize everything in the raids? Dr.Ada has replied, a maximum of 1 MAID can be used in 1 raid. There's no limit to how many you can hold. El Trinish Show 92, will there be a metaverse as well? Dr.Ada replying, I want MAID metaverse that looks like VR chat someday. Martin Garrix has asked, nice profile. How can I make a profile like you? Maybe you could buy MAID NFTs and use it as your profile pic. Rako Ezguera, are there plans to create MAID PFPs? Chowbie replied, I'll try to make it. Kingy is asked about the release of the game. TheGreatHB replies, only MaidCoin is released at the moment. Most of the other is going to be released in September. Marija has asked, do you project team plan to buy any NFTs at launch? And Dr.Ada replied, never. It will take away the user's opportunities. Moonman, is there a plan to migrate to MAID token to SushiSwap on Polygon? Yes, in that way we could put MAID NFTs on auction on Polygon because they'll only be purchased with MAID. Marija asked about, will we have 18 plus MAIDs? And Chowbie replied, there will be a MAID in underwear. CSO Caesar, will the game use a lot of gas to play? Dr.Ada, Ethereum can require a lot of gas. In that case, you can do it in Polygon. RexTech has asked, black and white lingerie, please. And Chowbie replied, I like it too. I'll draw it. Chang has asked if Dr.Ada and Chowbie are female. And Dr.Ada replied, leave it to your imagination. With a nice kiss. RexTech, oh yeah, since the MAID NFTs are super limited and expensive, what are the plans to make sure we have enough people to stay in the game, rather than a few whales with those NFTs? LevX replied, we also have Housekeeper NFTs, which are cheaper and less unique than the MAID NFTs. Chang has asked, does that mean Housekeeper NFTs will never be unique? Dr.Ada has replied, Housekeeper NFTs are also unique. Tangle has asked, will there be any airdrop, aka Sushi Girl NFTs? LevX replied, yes, we'll give Sushi Girl NFTs for MAID Wrapped ETH LP holders on the 25th of August. Anyone can join. And there is a Medium link there for the 33 Sushi Girl NFT airdrops for MAID ETH LP holders. Chang has asked, does that mean Housekeeper NFTs will never be unique? And TheGreatHB, Housekeepers are exactly the same way with MAIDs, but cheaper. Marija, can we expect special MAID versions in the future, like a trap or MILF? Chowbie replied, I'll draw a variety of MAIDs that the holder will like. RexTech, oh yeah, for this, is this random chance or highest LP to win? That'll be in reply to the airdrop. And LevX replies, they'll be randomly drawn, but with a weighted probability in proportion to their MAID ETH LP token balances and the duration deposited. Marisha asked, when will we have an official farm with rewards on SushiSwap? LevX, we're planning on it and talking with Sushi team, but not decided yet. And with that, thank you for all the questions. That is all the time we have for today. Appreciate everyone coming out. Yeah, just for website and socials, we can go to maidcoin.org. So it's MAIDCOIN.org. And we can also, anybody that has been in the room for 15 minutes or more, we will have you logged, and we'll open up the Get POAP channel. Will be available soon with the claim. So yeah, there's if you look in the AMA text questions as well, there is a link to join the MaidCoin as well, to their Discord server. So please go in there and do that. And this will be up on Sushi official YouTube channel shortly. Follow me on Twitter, 0xtangle, and always have Sesh available on the Discord chat. Go to the calendar channel that's just below announcements, and you can go in and see the events that are coming up next. Click on the green check mark, and it'll send you a DM where you can click on the alarm clock to get the notifications required. So with all that, thank you everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.